Just a little bit of a backstory on how this came to be. A few words with that. But back on November 10th, 2025, about 484 high school girls basketball programs started their journey with the hope that come March 14th, 2026, they will be bringing home a gold ball, one that looks just like the one in the middle case there. This is a feat only 106 programs have ever accomplished in the history of the tournament. This year, it just feels a little bit different, though. Not because the 200th champion will be crowned, not because 378 programs have a chance to win their first title, but because those 20 teams who qualify this year will be representing those that came before them. The legends that you see above, among many others, the dynasties that were able to lift the trophies before them, and the unforgettable moments that you can see back in the cases and in some of the screens that are on display. Discover Green Bay is honored that the WIAA continues to host the state tournament, an event that has an economic impact of about $2.2 million in the local economy here in Titletown, and we're also thrilled to enhance this partnership while celebrating this milestone with the WIAA. We represent each decade with a championship trophy, as you can see here. We actually just got a second one, so there's 7 trophies here. The first trophy that was handed out in 1976 to Lancaster. We also highlight legends of the games, as I have pointed out, and tell various stories from teams and individuals around the state of Wisconsin. My favorite, obviously probably being the trophies. I was telling Stephanie that I never was fortunate enough to win a trophy in high school, so we got that today. I paraded around the office with it for probably about a half hour. I didn't say that, it was okay, right? But honestly, my favorite thing back in the screen in the corner here, we have game film from a semifinal game from 1976, and it's really cool to see how the game has evolved, but also how it's the same, and how those girls were battling it out to bring home a trophy, just like people will here in a few months. Thank you to the WIAA, Candace, Megan, Olivia, Stephanie, and Melissa for all of your help in gathering and being able to tell some of these stories. And then also to Skyline Exhibit Resource for their design work, but most of all for making this happen to Ryan and Carly Healy from Healy & Son Lawn Care. This vision truly would not have been possible without their contributions to this exhibit. So congratulations to the WIAA, and here's to the next 50 years. From the WIAA, we have Melissa to say a few words.
I'm Melissa Gehring. I am the assistant director that has the privilege of overseeing girls basketball for the WIAA. I'm very proud to also be a former WIAA girls basketball player that I think defined a lot of what I do and continue to do. Recently at the WIAA, we've had conversations about our vision statement and what we represent and what we're about. And we decided that we want to inspire champions for life. And this project has shown me that we are truly living or trying to live up to that vision. All of the women and the schools that have donated things to this have proudly done so. They kept these pieces of memorabilia, tickets, balls, pictures, their jerseys that they wore 30, 40 years ago, because it meant so much to them personally, and what the sport meant to them and what it's done for them in their lives, not knowing then that now they would be part of our history. I don't think anybody thought when we reached out to them that they were important enough to be part of the history. It's not just the wonderful women that have made it to the WNBA and played in college, but we're talking about celebrating everybody in this tournament that ever played. The grind of those seasons, sometimes the grind of even trying to keep their team or being able to continue forward in a battle maybe that people didn't even want girls to have sports, is all represented in these little pieces of their lives that they've kept and held on to. So I am so proud as a former player. I'm going to turn it over to our executive director, also a former player, and what it means to us to be able to see this, not as just WIAA, but as former players and women as well. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie Hauser.
Thank you. First of all, Discover Green Bay, your entire staff, to make this happen and bring this history together has been incredible. For someone like me who was a player And really, in my lifetime, I don't remember, I was too little to know that there was a time when girls couldn't play high school sports. So to preserve memories like this, to remind all of us that the reason we get to do what we do is because of all the pioneers that came before us, as Melissa mentioned. Those that had to fight and claw for what they loved and what they wanted to do. And they didn't have that opportunity prior to that. I got the opportunity to go back to my hometown 2 weekends ago because this is not just a state championship celebration. It's being celebrated across the state throughout girls basketball season. Got to go back to my hometown, Antigo, Wisconsin, where they were celebrating 50 decades, 5 decades, 50 years of girls basketball. And I got to watch my dad walk out, my dad being one of those coaches over the past 50 years who I had the good fortune to play with. And so it's special moments like that. Truly, we're all going to come together in mid-March to celebrate championships. But as Melissa mentioned, it's not just those that went on and won championships at the next level, at the college level at Notre Dame, or even bigger than that at the WNBA level. It's those that we are inspiring to be champions for their entire life, in their professional life, in their personal life. It's because of what high school athletics is all about. It's called education-based athletics for a reason. It's unique, it's different than club sports. It's unique and different than what you see at the professional level or the college level. But because of people, like all of the people here in Green Bay and the communities that come together, they preserve it and they make it special. And for those 97% of the high school girls that will only play high school basketball and won't go on to that next level, these are the memories that they hold for a lifetime. And watching these photos of these teams coming back together after years and years, as I've told some of my former players, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, they're going to come back and they're going to see these things in the trophy case and goes, that was my grandma. She did that. And what a great opportunity that we've all had a chance to be a part of it. So once again, I want to not only thank Discover Green Bay, but the whole community of Green Bay for making us feel so welcome here. We love it, and we look forward to celebrating with you, continuing the celebration in March for the state championship.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to the Visitor Center here at Discover Green Bay. And thank you very much for coming as we have the opportunity to introduce this new exhibit, but also to say a huge thank you to WIAA for entrusting this amazing event to our community. 2013 is when Ken Wachter, Cora Haltofterheid, and I made our way over to Stevens Point to talk to the Board of Control at that time and ask them to trust us with this amazing event. We knew that our hotels, our community would be with us if we were able to get the opportunity, the honor really, to host the event here in Green Bay. And our hotels have done that. They decorate their lobbies, welcoming the student athletes into their property. So many of these girls have played with the dream of making it to state. And for us to be able to make it extra special for them is really quite amazing. I know some of our hoteliers are here. I won't try and name everybody, but thank you for everything that you've done to make that a special, special thing for them. We also have some legislators here that are also very supportive of tourism. I see Representative Sartwell and Representative Spotty. I believe we have a county supervisor, Supervisor Pyle. Thank you very much for coming and supporting us today. We haven't had it all 50 years, but the last few have been amazing. We're thrilled to say that you're going to keep coming back for at least another 5 years. As those agreements were all extended for another 5 years, and we will give you our commitment to continue making this a great experience for the young athletes that grace our community with their presence. So with that, the exhibit is open, and we invite you to come up and take a look at some of the treasures that we have here. A huge thank you to Jacob as well for, I guess you could say, curating. We gathered a lot of the different things through WIAA, but Jacob put it together into a beautiful exhibit. So thank you so much for coming. Enjoy. Invite your friends to come and take a look. It really has been an amazing first 50 years, and as Jacob said, we're looking forward to the next 50. Thank you so much. We can do take questions, or we can do individual too, if you'd rather come up and talk individually to anyone.